Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the dad in DPS, and welcome back to another episode of The Good, The Scrap, and The Script, a series where I review weapons I've either found, made, or acquired some way in Appalachia and test them out. And today's weapon's no different, but before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And today's weapon is Lord Explodey Pew Pew. Now, this is yet another in the series of explosive energy weapons that we're testing out, and this is the Gatling laser with aristocrats, explosive, and the durability effect there. Now, I'm not expecting this is going to be acting like it was back in the day when legacies were at their peak, but we're going to test it out, and I'm testing this one out today with the charging barrels. Reason for that is I just want to see how much damage they're doing per shot, and you kind of get an idea of how well this weapon's going to do, in the sense that if I was using the, automatic full charge receiver, it would be pumping out a hell of a lot of damage. So either way, that is what we're using. Now, as usual, this is the build we're using. I will not dwell on this very long. Look at it, put the things on that you want to see, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. It's not that important for this video. Alrighty, so, Gatling laser explosive. Now, when it comes to this weapon, it is going to quite happily kill off super mutants. Like, I don't think anybody was expecting any different. The main kind of advantage I'd say to this weapon is it is going to enable you to tag things a lot better than previously. With the explosive effect there, it is going to blind you a lot more as well, but this thing is going to be able to tag things at a greater distance and get enemies that are around the area quite easily. Damage wise, I'm actually not unimpressed by it. It is doing a decent amount of damage. It's not like, again, back in the day with legacies, it is not like absolute destruction and everything is completely obliterated, but it is not bad at all. And the fact that we are using it with the charging barrel and not the regular barrel, you're not seeing like the full maximum DPS this thing can put out. And you do have the fact that this is a very stable weapon. It is very good at landing those headshots, albeit it is difficult to see the head sometimes when the fireworks. Pardon me, I was full of gas there. The fireworks are going off and you are literally not able to see diddly dig, but you can usually, with super mutants at the very least, aim at their head quite happily because you know roughly where it's going to be, and they do have a big old donkin head. Ooh, legendary. So let's annihilate this, and you're seeing, like, because this is a very ammo efficient version of this weapon, like, you don't expect things to just instantly explode, but, it's doing decent damage. It's taking out enemies that are level 100-ish, and I'm fairly confident this is going to be a very viable and usable weapon. Alrighty, let's bring the fight to Jeffward, and we're just going to lay it into him as quickly as possible. Now, as you're seeing, we are landing some headshots on him, but Jeff's head is smaller than most super mutants. And you're seeing that we're crippling him. If we aim at his legs, we'll be able to cripple him even further. He is not much of a threat when we're wielding this weapon. Like, just aim at him, shoot. You will take him down, and it will be relatively easy. And with that, we come to the Mirelurk Queen. Now, she does have people shooting at her, but what we're going to do is we're going to join in on the fun, and we are going to wail on her legs. Now, granted, my DPS is being a little bit tarnished by these crumb bums that are there, so I'm going to try and put myself between her and me. And you're seeing, like, it's not quick. It is not a quick death for the Mirelurk Queen, but, it's doing the job, and once she is crippled on both legs, she is a foregone conclusion. She's a very easy enemy for any heavy build, realistically, because she just doesn't have the damage output to really do anything against you. And this is the thing, like, you will use a bunch of ammo on her, but at the same time, you kinda... I don't know what killed him. You kinda expect it. You just kinda expect it. So, as with any of these videos, we come to expeditions. Now, as you're seeing with this weapon, we will kill the enemies fairly effectively. One thing I would say is if you expect to get like an unholy amount of ammo from this weapon in here, you are barking up the wrong tree. This is one of the few weapons in the game that most enemies will not drop ammo for. Now, as you're seeing, like, nothing. Absolutely nothing. That being said, they can, in fact, drop the ammo. So if you use this weapon in here, there is a chance that you will get your ammo back, but it is not a guarantee like 90% of the other weapons. But as you're seeing, it does kill them. Now, what I would say is when it comes to ammo and things like that with this weapon, your best bet to recoup it is actually to swap to this weapon at the end of the expedition, because that will pretty much give you free ammo. But other than that, I wouldn't really recommend bringing this in here to just use in general, on the basis that, you know, it's just, like, I find that when I come in here, I want ammo. I want to get my ammo back. And I just don't feel that you're going to get it. Don't get me wrong, I think you could go through this thing and get more ammo than you started out with, on the basis that the end of this, unless you're using like 1,500 rounds in total, I think you'll be fine. But in terms of what it does in here, it completely annihilates everything. Nothing is surviving this. And its slow fire rate just means that it is a lot more ammo efficient, you're more likely to get those headshots, all that. What I would say though, again, I just don't recommend bringing these weapons in here, because you're not getting your ammo back. You could use so many other weapons that are going to do this job better, and this is more of just a general use weapon that I would find. I think it's a good daily driver, but I just don't think Expeditions is its thing. So there we have it, that is today's video, and the explosive Gatling laser. Now, when it comes to this weapon, I think it is very viable, very usable, and pretty decent. Obviously it's not doing the absolute maximum DPS it can do, on the basis that I am not using the automatic barrel, but the charging barrel makes it far, far better at maintaining your ammo, and you're not just throwing things away. As a result, I do think it does have its kind of strong suits. I think it's very good as a daily driver, something that you can use on a day-to-day basis as you grind through the game. But I just don't think it's the best weapon, the best choice for, well, Expeditions. I just feel like my big thing with Expeditions is that the ammo and the weapons are self-sustaining, and this just isn't one of those weapons. If I'm on a heavy build, I would be much happier using something like a flamer or a cremator in here, because I know I'm going to get my ammo back quite effectively. But with this, there's no real guarantee of it, and if I waste a lot of ammo, especially if I'm using the far faster fire rate, yeah, you're just not going to get back what you put into it. But it is still a decent weapon. Either way, guys, that is today's video. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if there is any type of weapons or things you'd like me to make videos on, leave a suggestion down below. I do read the majority of the comments. And we'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.
Pop open, it's a nuclear pop. Stabbing and swooping wild like a lock. Testing weapons, bang bang sparks. Radiation hum high and glowing stark. Swinging in down Appalachia Trail. Mothman legend cocktails prevail. Strip for the traders, scrap on sale. Building forts, raiders on our tail. Oh, the good, the scrap and the screep. Wandering wasteland, loose on the lip. Barter and hustle, ain't just a quip. Survivors dance, got a weapon on the hip. Oh, the good, the scrap and the screed. Wandering wasteland, loose on the lip. Barter and hustle, ain't just a quip. Survivors dance, got a weapon on the hip. Crafting stations, tinker's delight. Fixing shotguns, new rifles tight. Ghouls round the corner, gotta fight. Day turns to night, it'll flash so bright.